Looking at this picture, imagine you were asked to get tomatoes, but didn't know how to read. All these cans have pictures of tomatoes, but would you be able to read the labels? There's tomato sauce, whole tomatoes, diced tomatoes, petite tomatoes, tomato paste, plum tomatoes, tomatoes with no salt, tomato soup. Everyday tasks that we take for granted are harder, if not impossible, if you don't know how to read. Sadly, more than 36 million adults in the U.S. cannot read, write, or do basic math above a third grade level. In California, nearly 1 in 4 people over the age of 15 are illiterate, according to the World Population Review 2019 census. Thank you for your interest in becoming a tutor for Burbank Public Library's Adult Literacy Program. This is a general overview of the literacy program, what it is we do, how we do it, and what we expect from our tutors. You'll learn about the people who benefit from this program, the important role tutors play, and what you need to volunteer. After watching this, if you feel that this program is right for you, contact the Literacy Office at 818-238-5577 to set up a one-on-one interview with the Literacy Coordinator, who will be able to answer your questions and let you know the next steps. Please check out the description below for links, phone numbers, and additional information. So why are you here? You are here because you are awesome. You want to help, and we can't run this program without our volunteers. The tutors are pillars of strength for our adult learners who are trying to gain the literacy skills needed to live a higher quality of life. I can't say it enough, tutors are awesome. In 1984, the first statewide public library adult literacy service in the United States began. It was designed to reach and support English-speaking adults with low literacy skills. In 1985, the California legislature established support for the program through the California Library Services Act. In 1992, BPL received their first grant in support of the adult literacy program and has never looked back. To date, BPL has helped over 2,200 learners and trained more than 2,000 tutors. The focus of our program is working with English-speaking adults who are reading at or below an 8th grade level. Tutor-learner pairs meet one-on-one twice a week, either in person at the library or online via a dedicated Zoom account. It is important to understand that this is not an ESL program. We do not teach conversational English. We focus on improving English reading and writing skills. If someone is interested in the program but cannot carry on a conversation with us, we will refer them to other ESL programs or to our English conversation class, depending on their level of English proficiency. What we need from you. First off, no prior experience as a tutor is necessary. We will train you on the curriculum and provide you with materials to help you teach your learner. All volunteers must register with the Burbank Volunteer Program, pass a background check, and be fingerprinted. You must meet with our literacy coordinator and complete the assigned online training modules from Pro Literacy before you are matched with the learner. We ask for a 6 to 9 month commitment. That's at least how long it takes for a learner to go through the program, and we want to make sure we have as few interruptions in their learning as possible. Please don't start our program until your schedule is stable. You may ask, what if I get sick or go on vacation? That happens, and it happens often. We understand that you have lives and you are dedicating your free time to volunteer. We can work around your schedule. A few other things we require from all our tutors. We recommend that you meet regularly and be on time. If something comes up, let your learner and/or the office know. Be respectful of confidentiality. This is a sensitive aspect of a learner's life. Be flexible, patient, and optimistic. There will be times when it feels like you are going over the same thing again and again. The literacy staff is here to help. Be an advocate of the library. If you don't have a library card, get one. It's free with a photo ID and current address. You can even get one directly through the BPL website. You will need to keep a record of your learner's progress and report monthly to the literacy services. You will receive training on how we record the information on the monthly tutor report. Learners in the program are here because they want better jobs. They want to help their children with homework. They want to get a driver's license or their GED. There are several reasons why a learner would come here to get help. It's so they can better their and their family's quality of life. So when we say that tutors change lives, we really mean it. We call everyone who is being tutored in the program learners. That is because people who come to us have most likely had a negative experience in school as a student and as a reader. They may have it in their heads that they are bad students and that they are not good at school. We try our best to separate their experience here and their past experiences. It helps to give them a fresh start at a place they've never failed before. It's why the tutoring happens through the library and not a school setting, why it is one-to-one, and why we call them learners and not students. What is the typical learner like? No two learners are the same. They can be someone who just missed out in school or got left behind. These are people who slip through the cracks. They may have been passed along to the next grade because no one wanted to take the time to help them. Or they faked their way through and are now paying the price of being illiterate in their adult lives. There are people who dropped out because of family issues or medical issues. We've had people who grew up on a farm and couldn't afford to get an education. We also get many immigrants who are well educated in their own countries, but not knowing how to read or write English is hurting their chances of making it here, and so they come to us for help. You are not here to teach English, but to improve their reading and writing skills in English so that they can apply their knowledge in the workplace and be able to provide for their families. Occasionally, we get learners who have a developmental or reading disability. In these situations, we try our best to help by finding tutors that may have a background in educational development or working with people with learning disabilities. We do not diagnose here. We are not doctors. Unfortunately, there are times when we can't help. We do the best we can on a case-by-case basis. We would let you know in advance if we suspect a learning issue. You will have the option to try to help or not with no hard feelings. We want to make matches where both the tutor and the learner succeed and are happy. How do we teach? This is a learner-centered approach, individualized for each learner. There is no one-size-fits-all way to tutor. Setting goals motivates and engages the learner, and we measure progress not by how many workbooks they complete, but by measuring their progress through achievement of their goals. The learner leads the way, but the materials and content of the lesson is determined by the tutor. The workbook series we currently use as our main curriculum is the Challenger series. It is used by many literacy programs and has proven to be very effective. Learners learn phonics and reading comprehension through workbooks assigned to them based on their reading level. The Challenger reading series is supplemented with the Challenger writing books for each level. The writing lessons correspond with lessons in the student books. All tutors receive a teacher's guide, which includes lesson planning and lesson notes, activities, and guidance on how to teach each lesson. We have many other resources and materials that tutors can use to supplement their teaching, and you'll learn more about those when you visit us. The Literacy Office supplies workbooks, newspapers, worksheets, and other resources that you request. You can come to the office and peruse our collection. We will set aside items for you to use, and if needed, we can mail them to you and your learner. We can also discuss online resources you can use. If you're tutoring online and want to use the tactile resources, such as magnets, blocks, tiles, we can arrange for you and your learner to each get a set. Need something? Ask us. We are here to help, whether in the office or while you are distance tutoring. A lot of tutors like to know how we gauge the learner's reading and writing skills. Their reading level is based on an assessment we do at the Literacy Office. We don't consider any previous tests they've done. We do a two-part reading assessment focusing on word recognition and reading comprehension, and a writing assessment. The word recognition assessment puts words on a screen and the learner reads them out loud. This allows us to see their phonics skills and their ability to sound out words. The second part tests their reading comprehension. It's a more in-depth look at whether or not they understand what they're reading and their reading fluency. The writing assessment provides us with the baseline for writing, and we can see where help is most needed in areas such as spelling, grammar, and/or sentence construction. Tutors will receive their learner's score before they start tutoring. We'll also go over any notes we took during the assessment with you, what their phonics was like, if they tried to sound out the words or not, if they understood what they were reading but were slow, etc. The matching process. You let us know when you are available to meet for tutoring, and we find a learner who matches your schedule. For example, if you can only meet on Monday evenings and Thursday afternoons, then we find someone who can also meet Monday evenings and Thursday afternoons. Tutors may also be matched based on personality traits and compatibility. So if you're really into baseball and we find two learners who can come at the same time as you, we'll match you up with the learner who also loves baseball or sports. You or the learner can also have special requests on who they'd like to work with. For example, a learner can choose to work with either a male or female, someone who is older or younger. We've had tutors in the past who have been allergic to cats or cigarette smoke, and so they've requested to work with someone who doesn't have cats or doesn't smoke. Whatever it is, we want to make sure that our tutors are comfortable. If you're not, your tutoring will be affected and it won't be beneficial to anyone. If anything comes up later on, maybe your learner is very difficult to work with or they are constantly late, we can step in and help you in those situations. You will never be alone in dealing with a learner's issues, and if you are not comfortable at any point, come to us and we will help you. After you've watched this orientation video and you have decided volunteering in the BPL literacy program is something you want to pursue, what's next? Contact the Literacy Office at 818-238-5577 to make an appointment to meet with the Library Literacy Coordinator. At that time, you can discuss your thoughts and we can answer questions. Our coordinator will provide you with additional information on registering with BVP and how to get started on the Pro Literacy modules. These training modules are intended to help you become a confident and successful literacy tutor and are to be viewed on your own time. We also provide additional in-person or online tutor training workshops throughout the year. Please watch Enrique's story, a short video where you can hear a learner talk about his life and his experience with a literacy program tutor. We have many learners in this program just like Enrique, and you would be the one to change their lives. The link is in the description below. Want to thank you so much for your valuable time and hope to hear from you soon.